Once upon a time, in a remote village nestled among the rolling hills of the east, there lived a Zen master named Kaito. People from far and wide sought his wisdom, for he was known for his profound teachings on life and the human spirit. One day, a young man named Hideo arrived at Kaito's humble abode. He was filled with doubts and carried the heavy burden of self-doubt and perceived failure. Hideo had heard of the Zen master's wisdom and sought his guidance. Kaito welcomed Hideo and invited him to sit in the serene garden. The old master, with a twinkle in his eye, began to speak. "Tell me, young one, what troubles your heart?" Kaito asked. Hideo hesitated but then poured out his heart. "Master, I feel like a failure. I've failed to accomplish my dreams and goals, and I am overwhelmed by self-doubt. How can I know if I am truly a failure or if there's hope for me?" Kaito nodded gently, his long white beard swaying with the breeze. He picked up a small pebble and held it before Hideo. "Let me tell you a story, young Hideo. A farmer had two sons, both strong and hardworking. One day, he tasked them with the same job, to move a large rock from one end of the farm to the other. The older son took up the challenge and worked tirelessly, straining and sweating until he could work no more. By day's end, he had moved the rock only a few feet. The younger son, however, approached the task with a different perspective. He took breaks to observe the sky, the birds, and the surrounding beauty of the farm. He also worked hard, but he didn't see the rock as an obstacle, but rather a part of the journey. He too had only moved the rock a few feet by the end of the day. Kaito continued, when the sun set, the farmer came to inspect their work. He praised both his sons, not for the distance they moved the rock but for their efforts and their perspective. The older son was so focused on the goal that he exhausted himself and lost sight of the beauty around him. The younger son, however, embraced the process and found joy in every moment. Hideo pondered this story, and the Zen master went on, "You see, young one, the measure of success is not only in the distance you travel towards your goals but in the journey itself. When you become too fixated on the destination, you may miss the lessons, experiences, and joys that life offers you along the way. Success is not just a fixed point, it's a dynamic and ever-changing path." Hideo's eyes brightened with understanding, and he asked, "But how can I find success in my own life, master?" Kaito smiled. "To know if you are a failure or not, you must first release your fixation on success as a final destination. Embrace the journey, appreciate the small steps you take, and be mindful of the beauty that surrounds you. Your true success lies in your ability to grow, learn, and find contentment in each moment, no matter how far you have moved the rock of your aspirations. Remember, the path of life is always teaching us, and each step is a success in its own right." Hideo bowed to Kaito, his heart lighter, and his spirit renewed. He realized that the measure of success was not a question of failure but of perspective and appreciation of the journey itself. With newfound wisdom, he left the garden, ready to face his life's challenges with a different heart. In the wisdom of Zen, it was clear that one's true success is not solely determined by external accomplishments but by the inner peace, growth, and understanding that come from embracing the journey with an open heart.